say good, that could mean anything.
No. Sam, could you ask Lee to do a review on what he thought about Generation Iron, if he's seen it? Would like to know his thoughts.
I haven't seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I've never seen it. So, from what I've heard, it's not that good, and people say some like it, some don't. But from what I hear, it's more staged and shit.
And you didn't get a call up to be in it?
No, why not? That would have been good then, wouldn't it? Then it would have been worth watching. I hear Branch falls off a horse though on it. I hear that bit's good.
Hello, Lee?
Yeah,
What's going on? It's Vlad from Generation Iron.
not much.
How's it going, man?
I'm okay.
Cool, man. So I actually saw a video of you. Did you get a chance to see Generation Iron, the film?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
I heard you didn't like it. If you didn't like the before in the video, so you didn't like the clips from it. How do you feel about it now?
I still didn't really like it. I think just because the hype was going to be like pumping iron, but to me, these day, the bodybuilders just are nothing like the old ones with the, they all got along well and this and that. To me, it seems like the bodybuilders try and act like there's something from MTV Cribs and shit showing their cars and just arrogant egos. So it just didn't have the best bit was when Branch fell off the horse.
Oh, you like that one? But who was your favorite bodybuilder right now, you think?
Right now, like the current people?
Yeah.
I like Kai just because he's out there with his answers. Like I said, with Kai, it was like backstage with Dexter and him. He's like, hey, you going, nigga? Hey, what's up? He's all street talk. But then in a seminar, he's, well, let me see, the wonders of the universe and all this philosophical bullshit. So it's sort of funny when he does a seminar and starts going on with that. If someone asks him a question, it's a yes or no answer, but he, takes like 10 minutes to answer it. But, I'd actually like to see Kai come in ripped, like the old days, Dorian and all those, that granite look, because he's got enough muscle, but, they're all trying to play the size game, and the only thing that's getting bigger is their stomach, so.
I hear you, man. Why is the stomach thing, it's like an issue in bodybuilding now? What's going on with it?
I think it must have to do with probably the drugs they're taking, whether it's the insulin, growth hormone and stuff like that, because, you look back in the day, you had Paul Dillette, guys like that, they were massive, but they had still small waists, and there was a ton of guys out there that were big, but that bloated stomach and just that look. You look at guys back in my day, even before me, Barry DeMay, Bob Paris, all those guys, when you see them dressed in suits, they look like male models, You could tell they were big, but they still look like in good shape. Guys dressed in suits now look like fucking garbage bins with a suit on. They're just big and blocky and look ridiculous. And the press conference back in the day, you could tell who was in shape because their faces are all sucked in. The guys to me now look like when we used to come in super ripped and hard and, we're big and still ripped, but yet then say the contest was over and you start eating crap food, a week or two later, right. You're still in shape, but you're big and bloated and stuff like that. So to me, that's how these guys look now. They're competing how we used to look 2 weeks after a show.
Mm-hmm.
So it just isn't a good look anymore. Then they wonder why these male physique classes and the classic classes are doing well, because young kids now, they look at somebody like Branch and that sort of thing. Young kids don't want to look like that. They would prefer to look like a Frank Zane type or, like I said, Barry DeMay and those type of physiques where they've still got muscle, but they've got lines to go with it rather than just looking blocky and terrible now.
So why is the bodybuilding took that direction then? A lot of it's got to do with the judging. I remember years ago they said they were going to take points off for anyone that had a bloated stomach. Some people got penalised, others didn't. It was great to see a few years back when Dexter Jackson won the Olympia. Everyone said, oh, great, it's going to be good. They're going to go back to that symmetrical look. And, Wayne DeMille tried to start the PDI to judge for that look again. But, with Wayne's cancer coming back, that folded. But, when Dexter won, everyone said, oh, great, it's going to be good. But then the following year, they went the other way again. So as long as judges keep rewarding the guys who have the bloated stomachs and keep placing them high, like Branch, I respect him as a bodybuilder and his work ethic, but I don't think Branch should have been top 6 at the Olympia. It's just silly. So that William Bonac, to me, looked more complete than Branch and stuff. So as long as they keep putting those big guys up there, they're going to keep coming in like that. You start marking them down, then they might get it through their head. Hey, shit, I've got to change something if I want to be judged high again. So it's ridiculous. And then you see judging sometimes where somebody big and blocky might win a show. The guy second could be like Flex Roden. And then the next guy who's third could be big and blocky again. So
there's no consistency in the judging. If a guy who's symmetrical and looks good comes first, that should be how it follows on down. You can't go symmetrical, blocky, symmetrical, blocky. It's just there's no consistency in the judging.
Do you think people want to see guys being that big because it's something that's, you know, actual show, you know, like something that they can't achieve on their own? So it becomes a situation where they want to see something spectacular, you know?
Yeah, I think they do. Like I said, everyone likes to see the freaks and stuff, but I think as far as, you know, going mainstream, you know, and people want to be like with, you know, they want to have something, okay, you want to see the freaks and because they're that big, but yet people also in the gym, you know, bodybuilders, they also want to think they can obtain that. And some of them now, they're like, well, I can never look like that. But then you get the ones, sadly, who think they can look like that. So they go and take heaps of drugs and do whatever and end up hurting themselves or dying or, like I said, screwing up their kidneys. There's been a few young ones coming up now who have turned pro and their suddenly just disappeared because the liver or kidneys pack at him because they're trying too hard to get there too quick. You know, bodybuilding is a long-term sport. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes years and years, but people want it to happen in a couple of years, which is sort of, you know, the way it shouldn't be going.
Mm-hmm. So, last question, Lee. What do you think the world of bodybuilding needs, both from the consumers and from the actual competitors? You know, what do you think is missing, and what do you think needs to happen in it?
To me, just they need to be like, you know, back in Arnold's day where guys used to hang out together, they were friendly, this sort of thing, and they got along well. So right now, you just look at people, you watch some of their videos, they're just dull and boring. There's no personalities there. It's just like carbon copies of each other, reading from a script, and that's, you know, to me, that's just crap. You know, when you look back at the days of Arnold, Tom Platz, all these guys, they've still got thousands of fans because they were just easy to talk to, outgoing. They didn't have egos. It was all more about the training. They loved the sport. Whereas a lot of guys now, if they weren't being paid, they probably wouldn't even train or do bodybuilding. It's one of those things, like I said, I haven't competed for a while again now, but I still train every day because I love it. You get a lot of guys, once they finish, they just stop training altogether. So a lot of them just don't seem to have that passion. It's like they want to get in quick, get to the top, make a big money, put money away, and then just quit. There's no sort of passion there, like I said. And for the fans, it just seems to be about money making. It's not about actually getting out there, meeting the fans. Sure, they'll say, I love my fans, this and that. Yeah, as long as they're paying them. But then if the fans don't pay them, some of them wouldn't even give them the time of day, you know, wouldn't take a photo, wouldn't do anything. So it's just sad in that aspect.
First time I fucked a girl, I couldn't come because I kept thinking of McDonald's. I swear to God. I used to take steroids, a lot of them, and I loved every fucking minute of it. So I was a senior in high school, and I'm working in a strip club at night. Dee Schneider jumped on top of me and threw me a beating you wouldn't fucking believe. So, believe it or not, I jizzed. And all of a sudden, a shit bubble hits me.